Thank you, Justin. And speaking of thanks, I think it's time to get into some Thanksgiving crafts now, isn't it?
That's right. We are making so many fun things today, all ahead of Thanksgiving. I know we are kind of decorating for Christmas, but it's good to kind of, scatter these things into, because you know what makes a good Thanksgiving? You can have the best of both worlds. You can have a little bit of fall sprinkled in with a little bit of Christmas too. No one's going to judge, but we are going to make a wreath today.
Okay.
So this is kind of the finished product I'm going to show you right here. And honestly, what I love about making wreaths is that no wreath is the same, and it is whatever you want to make of it, and it also works as a centerpiece, but we'll get to that. So here are some of the things that you're going to need, the materials. You're going to need some sort of like a hoop. So I got a decorative, so this right here is a plain hoop that you can get at any craft store, even at the dollar store, but here's a fancy dancy one right here with a little bit of, beads on it that kind of adds a little bit pizzazz. And then of course you're going to need fake florals, leaves, and then some wired, we call it like wired string, as well as just scissors and stuff too. So not too much, but this is where the creativity begins.
Let's begin.
So Rachelle, honestly, you can figure out which floral you want to start with.
Okay.
And then we can start adding it on. I will say, you can use hot glue guns if you want, but sometimes when you are working with florals, it can tend to burn you a little bit more and not stick. But because a lot of these florals are wired, that's what can really make it stretch and form to the wreath.
Okay.
So for something like this, I did kind of open it up and cut it. So you can use the whole thing, like you can see here, this was part of this, but I took it here. I'll show you right here. Oh, there you go. This was part of this, so I kind of just I took it off because this is kind of too thick. So why don't you start adding it on, and I can help you along the way. You can kind of put it in between,
in between, and just kind of
wrap it around. Yeah, exactly. That's what makes it so much easier, I think. And then, so this wreath is something like you could put a wreath where you could have florals all around, but I just decided to kind of keep it onto one side to kind of have it off balance. But honestly, you could keep going around and it could be a full wreath. But yeah, so you can have that right there.
I think this is pretty good.
Yeah,
right?
you're good. Yeah, and I can keep holding it while you add things on.
Add another one on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can have it going on the same.
Something? I think what would be, I know you said you could decorate the whole thing all the way around, but I think I like it just halfway around, because then I was looking at this, like you could also, you have your outdoor wreaths, but you can have some indoor wreaths too.
Yeah.
So this would be easier, especially when you have like the pretty beads. It'd be easier to kind of stick on your like a bathroom door, a kitchen door,
or even too. I've been
pantry
seeing
door.
Yes, pantries, or like the shelves, like in your like the cabinets. So people put on the cabinets as well. So yeah, you can kind of keep adding it. So if you want to keep going in the same direction, or you want to turn it around. Now the pumpkin is there to kind of hide the little mess that. Oh, did it stick you?
A little bit.
Oh no! See, this is why crafting is a sport, because there's blood, sweat, and tears in this.
Yes, there is.
So it's a lot of playing around.
To this side.
Yep, exactly. And if you need help too, like I have some floral tape as well that will help. Kind of cover this stuff up if it's not exactly sticking. It's one of these crafts that you just kind of keep just going with the flow, and trust the process. I did grab a pumpkin, and these tend to hide. You can see here that we're seeing a little bit of that wire, so the pumpkin can like hide that. Okay. But really, it is what you make of it. And
the sweat is coming in. You said blood, sweat, and tears. Let me just tell you, the sweat is coming in.
Yeah, I love it. And this is, like I said, something that you can have because Thanksgiving is so late this year. You can have people over next weekend to make these decor and kind of plan what you're having for Thanksgiving and make sure everyone's participating, that it's not just one person cooking. We don't want that. So I'm going to have you keep on adding things. And if you wanted to too, I wanted to show here's the wreath, but you can also make it a centerpiece at your table, and you can add in flowers, you can add in a candle, you can put your little napkins all right there. But take a look, your wreath now just became a centerpiece. So like I said, very versatile that we have going on here. But this isn't just the only thing that we have for Kohl's Crafts. Coming up after the break, we're going to get a little cheesy and talk a little bit about how you can express how thankful you are this time of year. Beautiful job, Rachelle. Stay with us.